Sadhgurunath Maharaj Ki Jai, and welcome to Jagadambe Reads the Holy Books of India, Mahabharata563. As you may remember, Sanjay came out of the burning forest and said what happened to Kunti, Dhritarashtra, and Gandhari. These three allowed themselves to be burnt by the forest fire. I'm sorry to be the messenger of bad news. Yudhishthira fainted away. Sahadeva wept like a child. Bhima was inconsolable. Their mother was dead. They could not grasp it at all, but they had to. It was not easy for the sons of Kunti to think of themselves as orphans. Their dear mother was dead. Kunti, who was the one person who went through numberless sufferings for their sake, was now dead. Narada tried to comfort them. Vyasa came, and he too tried to make them face the sorrow with fortitude. It was not possible. It took them months and years to forget the sorrow caused by the death of their dear mother. But time is a great healer. The Pandavas were once more able to concentrate on other things. They were able to devote themselves to the ruling of the kingdom. Parikshit was their source of comfort. The beautiful son of Abhimanyu was able to dispel their pain and sorrow. Chapter 16, The Tragedy at Prabhasa. Several years passed. It was the 36th year of the rule of Yudhishthira. 36 years had gone by after the Great War. Yudhishthira saw in the heavens the same evil omens that were seen to occur just before the Great War. These portents spoke of some great calamity that was waiting to befall them. Yudhishthira did not know what was to happen. He felt that some great destruction was imminent. He could not guess what it was to be. He could only guess that something terrible was going to happen very soon. Krishna saw these omens too. He sensed that it was the destruction of the Vrishni house. The curse of Gandhari had to be fulfilled. This curse was preceded by another curse. Once, when the rishis, Vishvamitra, Kanva, and Narada, had come to Dwarka, the young men of the family of Vasudeva tried to play a practical joke on the holy men who had come there. They dressed Samba as a woman and took him to the rishis. The youngsters asked the rishis, "This woman is expecting a child. You are said to have foresight. Can you look into the future and tell us whether she will get a son or a daughter?" The rishis, strangely lacking in that virtue called sense of humor, were very angry because of the joke. They said, "This woman, as you call him, will give birth to an iron rod. That rod will be the cause of the destruction of the entire house of Vishnis." The young men were horrified at what they had done. They tried their best to pacify the rishis, but they could not. It was a dreadful future that had been predicted. Samba did give birth to an iron rod. The boys went to Krishna and Balarama and told them the whole story. Balarama was very upset. He ordered the rod to be crushed to powder. The powder was thrown into the sea. They thought that had managed to outwit fate. Everyone had forgotten the incident, everyone except Krishna. 36 years after the Great War, Krishna saw the dreadful portents written in the sky. He knew that it meant the destruction of the entire family. Krishna was unmoved. He was tired of life. He wanted to leave the world. This was the last thing he had to see before he left the world where he had been born to cleanse it of its sins. The fourth quarter of time, Kali had already set foot. Krishna could see that men and women were beginning to lose their sense of Dharma. Sadhgurunath Maharaj Ki Jai. Thank you for coming. I hope you come again.